right now we're on top of feature 001 in Kennedy's Blunt's Point survey. And what this is a Seu Lupe, or a star mound, or a pigeon-catching mound. Tia, mound, Seu, catching, Lupe, pigeon-catching mound. And what this is very instructive is this was one of the greatest examples of a pigeon-catching mound. Unfortunately, though, when the Marines came in here and invested Blunt's Point and Breaker Point, they put their, when they were doing their surveys to coordinate the guns to make sure that they were firing in all the same direction and also testing their ranges, they put the foundations or the datums right into the ground. There are several datums around here. And this is also what's happening on Breaker's Point too. They put their datums for the gun line on top of the star mound. And why did they do this? Because the star mound was at the top of the summit. It was the highest point. And what Lomi's going to do is he's going to show you how the Marines not only manipulate it. Unfortunately, not only did they put the datums in, but they also dug right in the center. I think what they did is either a small ancillary room, and this is right in the middle of the Seu Lupe, surrounded by the rays of the star mound. And Lomi's going to show you. Here's the ancillary structure. You can see it's World War II, concrete. And then we're going from ray to ray. That's the first ray. That's the second ray. That's the third ray. That's the fourth ray. And that's the fifth ray. And what we have here is there was two competing hypotheses. First was David Herdrick's in 1991 and 1993. He said these are for pigeon-catching mounds, nothing else. And what they're doing is, from ethnographic literature, he gleaned that there should be blinds. There should be maybe some post-molds for blinds. Blinds are places where you conceal yourself to do something. Usually it's for hunters make blinds. But here what they did is the people that were participating in the pigeon-catching contest would hide at the end of these mounds, and they would be covered in front and back by blinds. Okay, and then as soon as they popped out, they would have a pigeon, one of their pigeons, connected to a little strand. He or she would attract other pigeons. They would attract other pigeons, and then they would try to capture them with their nets. Whoever got the most was promised the most manna. Basically, it's a word for kind of power or luck. Luck in terms of fertility, luck in terms of agricultural production, luck in terms of war. Again, manna. Now, what we did, there was another competing hypothesis where people said that, no, these are the mounds where they built the fales on for the elites, the paramount chiefs. So what we did is we tested that. We tested right in the middle of this mound for any type of fale post molds, an oval of post molds, and we found absolutely nothing. Then we, on every single ray we tested, we did the GPR, ground penetrating measure, ground penetrating radar scans, and we found indeed on almost every single ray there was post molds in the front, at the very front, and post molds at the very back, suggesting or supporting the hypothesis that there's some sort of blinds were built during the participation of the Seu Lupe ceremonies. So again, this is another hypothesis testing project that PRC has completed, and again, testing hypotheses with regard to something newer in terms of World War II, and also something ancient in terms of the pigeon-catching mound that was so important to ancient Polynesian society.